Alright, let's start with candidate A. You have 2 minutes. You can begin now.
In my opinion, I think that clean water supply should be provided. This is because water is the most important basic need in our life, because human cannot live without water within 3 days. Moreover, water is also significant because without water we cannot prepare the food, such as using the boiled water to cook noodles or rice. Furthermore, for example, if happen a natural disaster in our country, we can use the water tank to transit water from one place to another place. If our countries do not have clean water supplies when happen natural disaster, the victim may lack of water in their body because some are not willing to drink the dirty water. Other than that, some are willing to drink the dirty water to survive will suffer in disease such as poisonous. If there has clean water supplies in our country when happen natural disaster, victims can use the clean water to drink for the rice, cook food and so on. If have extra water, victims can also use the water for bathing and cleaning the dirty place that used for temporary housing. In addition, in order to make sure water supplies is enough, victims must learn how to save and store up the water, because clean water may be used supply for 1 week if the government transits the water by water tank 1 week for 1 time.
Okay, stop. Right. Candidate B, you have 2 minutes. You may start now.
Good morning, examiners and all my fellow friends. In my opinion, I think that basic food items should be provided. As we are all aware, humans cannot without food within 7 days. It is undeniable that food is very important for all humans. Firstly, food able to give them more energy. For example, rice, biscuit, canned food like canned meat, canned fruit, and canned bean and so on. Without energy, they will become hopeless. This is because they have no more energy to find their family, property, and so on. At the same time, some of the victims also will have energy to help others victims of the disaster. For example, divided food to those who are injured in the disaster, or some of them also can prepare food for the victim. This will help them have more spirit to face the difficulties. Provide enough basic food items to the victims also give them a positive mind. This is because some of the victims will think that without food they will slowly facing to die. In contrast, without food, the victims will face a lot of difficulties. They will look into the dustbin, as we know that the food in the dustbin are dirty and polluted by flies, rats, and so on. If the victim having the contaminated food, this will cause a lot of diseases. For example, food poisonings, vomit, and so on. Furthermore, insufficient basic food also will lead to many problems. For example, if powder milk are not enough to supply for the little baby, they may also facing slowly to die.
Okay, stop. Alright, let's listen to candidate C. You have 2 minutes. You may start now.
Good evening, examiners and my fellow friends. In my opinion, I think that medical supplies should be provided. First of all, I admit that food and water should be the priority to help the victims of the natural disaster. but without any medicine, victims also will die. Medicine is the top priority to help the victims of the disaster. There are many types of medicine, for example, Panadol, antibiotic, vitamin, and so on. Each of them also have their different use. For example, Panadol is used to cure the fever, and antibiotic is to kill all the harmful bacteria. There are many types of vitamin and also have the different function. For example, vitamin A, which is used for maintains the immune system. B vitamins, which play important role in the cell metabolism, and so on. When the natural disaster happen, the common disease are food poisoning, fever, cough, and so on. Food poisoning and fever will bring death if cannot handle it nicely. And at the same time, the medicine will play as an important role when the emergency case. In addition, when the natural disaster happen, many victims cannot accept it and will have the mental problem. This may increase the rate of commit suicide. In this case, medicine also can play the role to cure this problem.
Okay, stop. Let's move to candidate D. You have 2 minutes. You may start now.
In my opinion, I think that temporary housing should be provided. Every human can never expect a natural disease like earthquake, flood, and tsunami happen. After the natural disease, the victims lose their home and they may feel hopeless because every human being needs a shelter to protect themselves. If a human is live nearby the flood area and his house is intact, consider fostering a displaced family who may have lost their home and everything they own in the disaster. Temporary housing are important because they keep victims from harm to will to live. Having a shelter is also a basic human necessity in addition to food and water. Temporary housing provides a sense of security. It also provides privacy and encourages independence from the community. Rebuilding houses needs a lot of time. The temporary housing is the place that provides temporary shelter for the victims. If we are a contractor or work in the construction, we can volunteer our manpower, supplies, and other resources toward rebuilding efforts. Government should provide some temporary housing like halls and so on in order to help the victims. Natural disease can be devastating. Depending on the severity, victims may lose everything they have: their home, their jobs, even their loved one. It is essential to lend a helping hand by providing them a temporary housing in order to give some hopes to them.
Okay, stop. Finally, let's come to candidate E. You have 2 minutes. You may start now.
Good morning, everyone. In my opinion, I think that few tuition classes should be provided. Such as we can offer counseling classes to the victims because these people just lost their home and family. They will overcome with sadness. So we offer these counseling classes is to make them happy and let them forget their sadness. Besides that, these people also will feel terrified because they just undergo the horrible disaster. So they need counseling from us. We also want to make them reliable to pass this difficulty. Next, we can also offer encourage classes to these victims. We can encourage them to brave to face this difficulty after this distracted. We also can give some advice to them to help them to face this problem and continue their life. We can also tell them experience from others to let them positiveness to face this difficulty. Finally, we also can help the children to remove the shadow in their heart and their hopeless. That's all.
Okay, stop.